So the key to this is the word quadratic. I would have never gotten it if it had not been there. So knowing that we need the quadratic formula, what we do is we want to take the equation and set it equal to zero because the quadratic requires like a something squared plus b something plus c equals zero. So that's what we set up, and then we stick the y equals part in the quadratic, and we treat the x stuff like it was the constant. And we do negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And of course, this takes a little bit, oops, but we will get there. And when you do all the math, it works out to be almost exactly the same thing that you had before, except you'll notice that instead of plus 3, it has plus 4. So there are a little bit of differences. So plugging in our b is negative 2, but we have negative b, so we have the negative of negative 2, and then of course we have the plus or minus. Our b squared, negative 2 squared is 4, minus the 4, and then the a is 1, and then our c is actually the negative of this because it when we bring it to the other side it all becomes negative, and so that's why this is all negative. And but when we have these two together, they'll end up making a positive. And then 2a in the bottom, our a is just 1, so the 2 is in the denominator. And then we can factor the 4's out, and then the square root of 4 becomes 2, so 2 comes to the outside, and we're left with 1 here and 1 here, but it's really 1 times anything. It's just that stuff. So, and then the 2's get to cancel, leaving the 1 here, and of course the 1 here, but we don't have to write that one. And then the 1 that's here gets added to the 3 that's here to give us the 4. And so that's how all of that happens. So it's a little bit nasty, but the key is to use the quadratic.